Geralt of Rivia, White Wolf. You traveled a long path fraught with danger. You demonstrated courage and goodness. By divine power, I hereby knight you. Face your enemies without fear. Safeguard the helpless. Never lie, even if it means your death. That is your oath. Arise a knight. Destiny will give you no rest. A long road lies ahead. I see death and blood. I see frosty chaos. Take this sword as a sign of my favor. Once the blade of a great warrior, it lay in the depths for ages, awaiting your arrival. Shh, Witcher. It matters not if you believe in destiny. With the blade I present you, you will complete your mission. Go, White Wolf, and do what must be done. May you fulfill your destiny.
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another episode in my series on The Witcher lore. I'm doing another one, can you believe it? And, hi. So, today we're going to be talking about a sword named Aerondight, one that has been in the game since the very beginning. It was included in The Witcher 1, in The Witcher 2, and in The Witcher 3, which means it's had a very long journey along the way with Geralt, and it's one of the most iconic blades, I think, because of that, and also because of just how powerful it is inside of The Witcher 3 as well. And I love this sword not just because of the practical reason behind it, but also because of the quests associated with it and just the general folklore that it's inspired from, which I will explain and I will tell you all about because it's actually pretty interesting. So today we'll be covering where the inspiration behind this wonderful blade originated, how you can obtain it inside of the game, and explaining just how powerful it really is. Firstly, the blade comes from Arthurian legends, those being the tales of King Arthur, Merlin, and the Knights of the Round Table. These have been stories that I've been personally obsessed with since being a child, and they have inspired countless books, movies, and video games all on their own. The sword Aerondight is no exception to that, paying homage to the famous blade Excalibur that belonged to King Arthur himself. In fact, the entire quest surrounding Aerondight is heavily influenced by Arthurian legends, everything from the Lady of the Lake all the way to the trials of chivalry and righteousness. Aerondight is dubbed a blade that has its own destiny, making it something very powerful and ancient even in itself. As to what that destiny is, no one really knows. I did some research into it, but it's not really mentioned much in the books because the swords and details and bombs and potions was never really went into much depth, so I couldn't really find much in that way. And as to what the Lady of the Lake meant when she said it was a sword of destiny, well, it's one of those things where it sounds very epic and it sounds very fantastical, but as to what the meaning is behind it, we don't know, and I doubt we ever will. It could merely be just a few words to help bring character to the blade, or it could maybe mean something a lot deeper than any of us know, but yeah, like I said, I don't think we'll find out anytime soon. And there's actually some confusion as to what sword Aerondight is meant to represent from the original folklore, because some say it was the sword given to Sir Lancelot, who was raised by the Lady of the Lake, and others say that it was the sword that was pulled from the stone, and lastly there are those who believe that it is Excalibur, or is meant to be a homage to Excalibur. First off, it can't be the sword from the stone, since that blade was named Caliburn, and it was the sword of selection, meaning it was the sword that basically meant whoever pulled it from the stone became king, and it wasn't related at all to Excalibur and anything else later on. And it also had no relation to the Lady of the Lake from what I can remember as well. Which leaves either Excalibur or the sword given to Sir Lancelot, or maybe Aerondight represents both. No matter what CDPR meant to do, it cannot be argued that the ancient weapon does indeed relate back to King Arthur in one way or another. It's undeniable at this point, considering all the well, I'd say evidence, but it sounds too much like I'm trying to crack this weird kind of Sherlock Holmes case. To obtain the sword, there are a few different ways you can do it, but basically you have to pass 5 different trials given to you by a hermit living at Lac-Celavie, a small lake. These trials can be completed in various ways, and there's a good chance by the time you get there, if you played the game for a while, that you've already done most of them anyway. There is the Trial of Compassion, the Trial of Generosity, the Trial of Honor, the Trial of Valor, and the Trial of Wisdom, the 5 virtuous trials. And in order to do these trials, you can do various quests and you can find different people, and you just generally have to be a nice person and make the right decisions, which isn't too hard to actually do because, well, if anyone's playing Geralt, then I doubt you're going to be playing the bad guy, but then again, maybe I'm wrong. Some of you can be pretty dirty bastards. After you've completed the 5 trials, you will need to defeat the hermit in battle, after which he will withdraw. Then from out the water shall rise the Lady of the Lake, who shall pass you the famed sword Aerondight. Upon being given the sword, Geralt is told something along the lines of, "I hope you don't lose it again," as he's lost it so many times before, and that's a bit of an inside joke between, well, him and the Lady of the Lake. And a good reason for having this sword is that it actually levels up with you and can be upgraded with runes later on, making it a pretty bloody good sword if you treat it right. And there's a lot more depth to go into in terms of how you can balance it out, and there is quite a lot of micromanaging for the blade, which sounds strange, but you'll understand what I mean if you actually use the sword. So as always everyone, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video then please leave a like down below and please share this around with your friends, because I cannot tell you how much it really does help me, and I'm trying to grow my channel and I'm trying to get out there more because I really do need to, and if you guys can help in any way like that then please do it. It's really helpful. And if any of you want to support me a little bit further financially, then you can always check out my Patreon down below. It's up and running, and I can't thank those who are supporting me already enough, because it really does help a lot in the long run. So thank you everyone for being there and supporting me. And I don't know what happened to the last video. There was some really strange audio glitches which didn't show up when I was rewatching it, so I don't know what happened during uploading, but something did happen and it's bloody annoying, but maybe I'll take it down and re-upload it or something, but I don't know, it really depends on if anyone is bothered by it or not. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and until the next one, this has been Okayguv Bear, and you'll go and have a very wonderful day. Slam dam karam.